So this is a video for anybody who was not here on Monday, December 2nd, when I talked about the analysis paper. This might help give you some clarity on what you need to do for this final exam. So first of all, one thing I told everybody that day is you will get 2 more grades this semester that are new. One is for the exam paper. That will be worth, I believe it's 50 points, but you know what? Let's check. Here's the rubric. So I'm going to open that up really quickly. And it looks like, let me move it over. There it is, 50 points. So obviously I have the rubric online. You can look at it. Here's what I did to try to help you guys is I took the rubric that all the freshman teachers are using because all freshmen are doing the exact same thing with this analysis paper. And we have to follow certain core standards and see that you can meet those standards. But what I did next to it is I explained to you basically what you have to do. Like, what does that standard mean? What am I looking for? So if you want to bypass looking at the standards and you want to see like, what am I looking for? What are you going to be graded on this paper? Just go to the next column, which says, what does this standard look like for this assignment? And I went through each one and did that for you. So yes, there's 50 points. So whatever you make on the rubric, because each one's worth 5 points, is just multiplied by 2, and that will get you your 50 points. All right, so there's the rubric. So the analysis paper is basically like a modern day review and a worldly review. If you were going to go out and purchase a brand new car, you might read up on some reviews that were written about that car so that you get the best one. You know, you don't want to spend your money on something that ends up not having a good warranty. You don't get good gas mileage. The add-ons aren't there that you were hoping to get, whatever it is you're looking for in that vehicle. Somebody's done an analysis of that car for you already and wrote a review about the car. They're not arguing that it's the best car to buy. They're just telling you what they know about it, what they've found out about it, what they've researched about it, what they've experienced with it. And that's what you're going to do about whatever topic you choose. And topic choices are limitless. So let's look. In the folder, I gave you paper topic copies or topic choices. So if we scroll down, you'll see there are things from SpongeBob SquarePants to Christmas songs or Christmas movies or Christmas decorations. You could do the TV show The Office and analyze why people still watch it today. One of my mentor texts in this folder is about the TikTok app. Why is it a phenomenon? Why are so many teenagers engaged in that app? And why are schools even creating clubs for students to do this TikTok videotaping or whatever it is? You can look at people, you can look at movies, you can look at books and analyze any of them. You can analyze games like Minecraft. You can analyze sports. Of course, you've got to really focus in on like, what am I going to analyze? Am I going to analyze what college athletes should be making or getting? Am I going to analyze what pro athletes are making? Am I going to analyze why the sport is watched by millions every week? You know, how did the sport evolve? What am I going to analyze about it? You can analyze Broadway shows. You can analyze TV shows. You can analyze books, memes, like not just Instagram meme pages, but maybe memes even in general. What is the big deal about memes? Why did they become so popular in this last 5 to 10 years? You can analyze Grader's ice cream and what makes it so delicious. You can do an analysis of the movie compared to the book of anything, not just Unbroken, but anything. You can analyze bands, the phenomenon of the Beatles. You can analyze the validity of creationism or the validity of the Big Bang Theory or whatever. There are so many topics out there. So if you want to pick one of the topics that I put here on this list, you may. If you'd like to come up with your own topic, you may, but you're going to analyze it. So how do you start with this analysis paper? Well, you're going to start by doing the brainstorming that we did in class yesterday and today, which is the questions that you have, like you have your topic in the middle of the page, and then you draw 5 to 6 arrows out of that middle and put 5 or 6 questions at the end of those arrows that you want to use as your guide when you're doing your research. So you're going to do that kind of brainstorming, and that will help you get really focused in on what you want to do your research on and what you want your paper to look like when it's finished. And then you do your research, and that research could be things like watching a particular movie, like we're doing the sample one in class together with the movie Charlie Brown's Christmas, and I'm really analyzing it. I'm tearing it apart. I'm looking at all aspects of my 5 questions that I was trying to answer. And I'm taking notes, a lot of notes on any answers that I come up with as I'm watching that movie 6 times. So I'm watching the movie over and over again as I'm trying to come up with answers to my questions. But I'm also going to dive in and do research. And I'm going to try to find anything that I can find that Charles Schulz said about the making of that Christmas movie. And that will help add some credibility to my analysis paper. I can't just be my personal thoughts. Absolutely, I can include them, but I also need to try to find other credible sources of information to use to back up my opinions and my thoughts. So I have all kinds of things in this folder to help you. We are looking, in some of the classes we already did. In some of the classes we're going to do it today and tomorrow at a mentor text. So this right here says mentor text number 1 for the analysis paper. And basically what it is, it's a analysis paper on the app TikTok, and that one school in Florida actually created a club for TikTok fanatics. And he researched the club, and he researched the app, and he talked to a lot of people and gathered a whole bunch of information, statistics, data, credible quotes from credible people, and he wrote a very long article about that. It's an analysis piece though, just like you're going to do, only a much shorter version. So if you were not here and we went through this TikTok app analysis paper, please open up mentor text number 1 and take a look at it so you can see an example. I'm also going to write one. I'm going to write an analysis paper on the Charlie Brown Christmas movie, and I will put it in this folder when I have it finished. But I need to do some research first, and of course I need to write it, and then I need to edit it, and I'm going to rewrite it, and I'll try to get it in by Monday or Tuesday of next week. With my surgery being on Friday, I have no idea if I'm going to get it done before the surgery, and I don't know how I'm going to feel on like the first few days after my surgery. So take a look at this folder, look at everything in here. This might be the brainstorming sheet. And bam, so you have the directions on how to do the brainstorming sheet, and then an example that I did one with Adele, although it didn't come across too well, was scanned in. My hard copies that were here at school, it's a better one to look at than the scanned in version. These are like types of questions that you could ask while doing your research. Like, how has blank impacted blank? How has climate impacted our ecology? How has climate changes impacted our coastlines, our pollution level, our wildlife? So if you're doing climate change, you could maybe ask that kind of question. How does climate change affect me? What's the meaning behind, researching climate change? How has climate changed over time? So these are different types of questions you could ask and putting your subject into them. So please use that if that's going to be helpful for you with guiding your question. So that's a little bit about what the analysis paper is all about. On exam day, you'll turn in your analysis paper. It'll be typed and submit it through Schoology. And then you'll take your notes that you took while doing your research. You'll take your brainstorming sheet, and then you'll take a rough draft of your paper that you've typed or written, everything printed out, hard copies stapled together with your name on top, and you'll turn that in on exam day for 25 points. Do not share that with me. I will repeat, do not share that with me. That is to be handed in, hard copies. Plan out in advance, print whatever you need to print, bring it all in on exam day, staple it all together, put your name on top, and turn it in for 25 points. And then you'll also get graded on your analysis paper on exam day. You'll type your final copy. That's it. So hopefully that helps a little bit, especially for those of you who did not have the benefit of being here on the day that I talked about all that.